Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. It's your man Earl. Let's get right to it. Investing with a conscience. Otherwise, investing with your heart and not with your brain. Investing with your heart and not with your brain. Let me say it another way. Are you into the numbers or are you into the emotions? All right. With that being said, scripture is on the CEO.
Proverbs 4, verse 23. Above everything else, guard your heart. Everything you do comes from it.
Above all else, listen, y'all, you got to guard your heart. When it comes to money, when it comes to investing, when it comes to sowing, when it comes to reaping, when it comes to being a good steward unto the Most High God, you gotta guard your heart, okay? And even though I do not like the majority of the information in this chapter, we're in chapter 16, we're on page 118, 120 in the book. I don't like the majority of the material in this chapter, but it is true. You have people out here who are investing with a conscience because they are more concerned about where the money is going or where the money is being invested than their return on the money. And this is where you got to be careful because the goal, once again, the goal for investing is to get the maximum amount of return with the minimum amount of loss. Notice I said loss. I didn't say minimum risk because the game of investing is about managing risk. You cannot get rid of risk. You must manage risk. Okay. In this chapter, we're talking about people who, instead of looking at the numbers first, they look at how they feel. They look at uh, what the fund you're investing in or the company stands for. And listen, it goes both ways. Okay. You got ultra right wing investors, you got ultra left wing investors, you have worldly investors, you have Christian investors, you have people who are concerned with so-called the hocus pocus of gender identity. You got people concerned about abortion. You got people concerned about Plan B, the after what's it called? Uh, was it after morning? I don't know the word of it. What the in the morning pill, whatever it's called. You got all these different things that people look at before they look at the numbers. And here's my 2 cents on the matter. Okay. Yes, there are people out here who invest with a conscience. That should not be your focus. That should not be my focus. That should not be our focus. Now let's go through a couple things. Okay. These type of people are called what? Socially responsible investors, or they're called socially conscious investors. I prefer these people are called investor activists because they use their money to further their causes. I didn't say the right cause. I didn't say a good cause. I didn't say the righteous cause. I said you got people out here who put their money behind their causes, whatever they believe in. Okay? Here's an interesting number. You have over $2.2 trillion dollars that has been invested based upon conscious. Nothing to do with are you making any money or not. You see the numbers? You see the numbers. $2.2 trillion dollars, or about one out of every $10 under management in the marketplace. And we're talking real estate, whole ball of wax, stock market, NASDAQ, S&P. We're talking $2.2 trillion dollars, or about 1 in $10 is being managed based upon how an investor feels. Wow. Okay. And we're talking all the way from environmental issues, sex, gender issues, workplace, abortion, anti abortion, uh, just all kinds of stuff. Okay. And here's the reality of it, you got people who are willing to put their money where their beliefs are. I'm gonna say it again. You see this? You see it? You see it? You got people who are willing to put their money where their beliefs are. It has nothing to do with the returns in the market. Okay, we're not about that. We are not about that. Now, does that mean I'm out here investing in companies that produce child pornography? No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about being mindful of not letting your emotions govern your decision-making processes. That's what I'm saying. Separate your emotions from your investment decisions by the numbers. And otherwise, do not invest with your conscience. That's my 2 cents. Not your emotions. Your head, yes, not your emotions. Okay? And I'm making a decision with my head not to invest in companies that produce child pornography. That's nothing to do with my heart. That's my head. Okay? That's my head. I made a decision not to produce that kind of material with my money. Okay? Why? This is what he says. I do agree with this. Being an ornery, sort of no-nonsense investor. Hey, if you want to do that, I wish you the best. But I'm not putting in, how much? Any of my money. Okay? And I do agree with this. There are 3 major reasons why I do not invest with my conscience or my heart. Cost, performance, and integrity. Listen, you start looking at these companies that claim to be socially responsible or claim to be, the modern word is woke, claim to be equitable. You start looking behind the curtain of these companies and you'll find there's very low integrity. Matter of fact, these socially conscious funds and companies have some of the highest fees in the game, charging almost double the management fee. So where's that money going? Yeah, I'm not here to throw nobody under the bus, but where's that money going? Okay, and if you need some substantial information, go look at the study that the University of Chicago did. Okay, on 50 socially responsible funds. You go look it up for yourself. Okay, study by the University of Chicago. Go look it up, and they'll tell you this: socially responsible funds lagged behind the average S&P. I'm going to say it again. And the study by the University of Chicago found that of the 50 socially responsible funds, they averaged behind performance of almost 2.3%. 2.5 to 3.3% behind the average. But yet they have higher management fees. Where's the money going, y'all? I'm trying to tell you where the money going. Okay? That's why you got to get out of your heart. That's why you got to get out of your emotions. Because people take advantage of your emotions. Okay? People take advantage of your emotions. Don't let that be you. Okay. Integrity. Are you getting what you're paying for? I'm going to leave it alone. Are you getting what you're paying for? Obviously, look it up for yourself. I'm not here to throw anybody under the bus, but look it up for yourself. And here's my concept of integrity. I'll use the book as the best example. You might want to invest in wind energy. All right, fine. General Motors or General Electric has a tremendous wind turbine business. Problem is they also make jet engines. And they also make engines for commercial airliners. But they also make jet engines for jet fighters. So you may be a guy that's all about the environment, but you are against war. So how do you invest? Once again, integrity. It's hard to be a pure, socially conscious investor and get decent returns in the marketplace without violating some level of integrity. Okay? It's tough to do. Tough to do. And I'm going to close with this. Fresh out the book, page 125. Here's what I believe. Here's what I believe. If you want to change society, if you want to change the community that you live in, go out and make the most money you can make. I'm going to say it again. If you want to change the world you live in, you want to change your neighborhood, you want to change the society that you're raising your children in, then go out and make the most money you can make within reason. You don't hurt anybody. You don't take advantage of anybody. And then what do? You go take your profits. You go take your profits and give to the charities that you want. All right? You want to change your neighborhood? Do a cookout once a month. Know your neighbors. Learn your neighbors. Okay? That'll do way more than trying to get into these socially conscious investment groups. All right? How about treating your neighbors with respect? How about helping the elderly woman down the street from you grocery shopping? How about taking care of that child that doesn't have a father figure that lives in your building or lives down the street from you? How about helping that child make sure he has a backpack for school and a coat when it's cold outside? And guess what? How do you do that? You do that when you have enough money for yourself and when you can help somebody else without tearing away at your own family. Okay? This is your man Earl, episode 125 on the docket, May 2023. Get it, get it, get it. God bless. God keep you. Investing with your heart versus investing with your head. Know the numbers. Make good decisions. God bless you. God keep you. Peace.